So how's the luxury home market in Myrtle Beach? Let's talk about it. What's up guys, it's Jeremy Blanton with RE/MAX Southern Shores, and today I'm here to talk about the luxury home market here in Myrtle Beach. Every year at this time, I always like to do a little recap of the top 10 most expensive homes to sell in the last year and discuss how has that affected our market over the last 12 months. So let's dive into this, and I'm gonna share a little bit of information with you guys that you may not know about. From 2018 to 2019, we saw a decline in number of homes over $1 million to sell in the Myrtle Beach area. Now you may start to panic and freak out, but trust me when I say it's very, very minimal. The number went down 5. It went from 96 homes in 2018 to 91 here in 2019. So it's a very, very small number of properties, and really it only equated to $4.5 million in total volume. What that does mean is that during that same time period, we have seen an increase in the average price of homes to sell. Prices on homes from 2018 to 2019 increased 2.3%, or just over $33,000. And the top home to sell in 2019 was much higher than the year before at almost 20% higher, just over $3.5 million. Average days on the market basically stayed the same. It only increased by a couple days, so nothing really to worry about there. Some of you might be wondering, well, what does this mean for the luxury market here in Myrtle Beach? Honestly, I would say our market's pretty close to the same. There's a couple factors that could equate to why we had that slight decrease in the number of properties that sold. The first reason that that number might have dropped could be because the number of inventory that's available was less. If there's not properties to meet the needs of consumers available, which we've had quite an inventory shortage for a good time in the area, that could cause there to be less purchases to happen. It also though could mean that there's starting to be a little softening in the luxury market, which if that happens, it's not going to be very drastic. The changes, like I said, are very minimal from the year before. While that number decreased in 2019 from the previous year, there's nothing to really throw a red flag or concern to me because it's still way ahead of the years prior to that. When I went and looked at previous years, the number of homes to sell over $1 million was much less. 2014, 2015 was around 30 to 40 homes, and 2017 I think saw 70. So we're still much higher in that number and still ahead of the previous years. So nothing to show concern to me. Here's something I found interesting as I looked at the top 10 homes to sell this past year. Money obviously talks. When you look at the list of the top 10 properties to sell in 2019, it shows most of those homes sold with cash. That means people were purchasing these properties, paying cash for them, not doing financing. In fact, if you look at the list, homes number 1 through 6 all were purchased with cash. Homes 7 through 10 all had financing on them. So obviously cash is still king. Some other interesting facts that I found is that the average days of market on these $1 million plus properties was just over 200 days, with the longest one taking 400 plus days. But in comparison, the most expensive home to sell for $3.5 million listed and sold in 30 days. Lastly, location, location, location. We hear about it all the time that location is really a key factor in property selling and whether people are interested in buying them or not. When you look at the list of 10 most expensive homes to sell this year, and I'll make sure to put a link that you guys can read the whole article on it, all 10 of those properties this year were sold on some sort of water. In fact, 9 of the 10 homes were oceanfront homes that sold. Only one of those homes, which was in the Grand Dunes on Belisara Circle, sold that wasn't on the ocean front. However, this home sat on the Intracoastal Waterway, had an amazing oasis in the backyard with an awesome pool, and that's why this home sold quickly, because of its amazing views as well. Obviously, oceanfront and water views are an important factor to people looking to buy in this area. In closing, I would say our luxury market is still remaining pretty strong here in the area. Homes over $1 million are still selling, they're selling in a fairly decent time period, and things are going great. Now you have to understand, in comparison to what our normal market is, our average sales price is right around the $200,000 to $225,000 mark. These homes are selling for 5 times what the average is, or in some cases, up to 10. What that means is that there's a lot smaller market of people looking to buy those $1 million plus properties in our area, so it may take a little longer to find that exact buyer that you're looking for the home. However, they are out there, they will find it, and they will purchase it in time. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on the most expensive homes to sell here in Myrtle Beach and a luxury market update for 2019. If so, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.